This game is simply amazing. If you were considering getting it, just do it. You'll love it. Go out and get it now. Like, what the hell are you waiting for? Go get it. 2024 hasn't exactly been the best year for game releases. Nothing really standing out, especially compared to last year. We have some good and great games like Power World, Helldivers 2, and I guess Black Myth Wukong, and also disregarding the DLCs for Destiny 2 and Elden Ring.
No! No! Not like this! No! 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 Oh, what?
But I kid you not, this little 3D platformer from Sony might just have what it takes to be the best game of the year. Be it a full-fledged game based off the cool packing demo with the PS5. Astro Bot has blown the competition away to become one of the best 3D platformers, not of just this year, but of all time. And certainly for me, the best game of 2024 so far. And it really has no reason to be as good as it is. Games nowadays seem to be all about deep stories with photorealistic graphics and so on and so on. So let's dive into what makes Astro Bot special and a certain contender for Game of the Year. Astro Bot is a modern 3D platforming game containing a massive variety of levels with unique level design, platforming elements and certain power-up suits, with the goal of saving the components of a PS5 console. Along with all the lost bots after Nebulax the Space Buller stole the CPU and left the console to rot. And as the last remaining bot, it is up to you to save everyone, with a lot of PlayStation Easter eggs thrown in, bots based off characters, and even levels based off some top PlayStation games. It is a game for everyone who is a fan of PlayStation and its long and illustrious history, taking the best aspects from the Astro's Playroom packing title and creating an excellent platformer from it. The story of the game is very basic, like most similar 3D platformers, but with a certain PlayStation twist that I absolutely love. As the last remaining bot from the PS5's destruction, you will have to travel across 5 different galaxies and a lost galaxy to rescue every single bot that was lost, in order to help you rescue more parts for the console and eventually get the CPU back from the bully that stole it. Gameplay is rather simple, following on from Astro's Playroom, with the basic jump, laser double jump, and basic attack mechanics for combating the vast amount of enemies that you will come across, needing to sometimes use specific moves to defeat them, such as flying over electrical enemies or grabbing a pig by its tail and spinning it around. Some of the levels also include special power-up suits for Astro to use throughout, offering a new piece to the arsenal and some new ways of traversing the world. Things like a chicken jetpack to fly up vertically, a monkey with long arms for picking up heavy objects or climbing up certain grips, and even some boxing gloves shaped like frogs that extend out like that disappointment of a game called Arms. Being able to punch, of course, but also swing from these red sticky grips. They are this game's version of the power-ups found in Mario games and are so fun to use, with my favourite certainly being the VR headset that freezes time, as in the levels that it's used, it feels so unique and something I don't think I've ever seen before in a game like this. Freezing moving platforms to jump across, or knives being thrown around by ghosts. Each of these power-ups has their place and is so fun to use. Like I said, the game itself takes place across 5 different galaxies based off the boss that you fight at the end. Each of them is similar, with a handful of unique levels, with special small levels that are discovered by destroying asteroids with your controller glider, along with a big boss fight which opens up a level based specifically on a PlayStation game. And the worlds in these galaxies are incredible, spanning a wide range of locations, design and challenges, and dependent on if there is a power-up suit, can change how you interact with the level. Things like slowing down time in order to use the slot machines in the casino level, changing the day and night cycle that rotates the map 90 degrees, changing the layout and what secrets you might uncover. There are so many other worlds that have something special about them, that it always keeps it fresh and interesting through the entire playthrough, making you want to find every bot, puzzle piece and secret portal. And after defeating the boss of the galaxy, you save a bot based off a famous Sony IP, the 5 being Spike from Ape Escape, Loco Roco, and the 3 standouts, certainly those being Nathan Drake from Uncharted, Aloy from the Horizon series, and Kratos from God of War. These 5 are the pinnacle of the game, being the final challenge of a galaxy and getting a PS5 component at the ending. They take gameplay inspirations from the games they are based on and are a great ending to these galaxies. I never knew how much I wanted to play God of War with a tiny little robot, and oh my, it's the T-Rex from the Playroom as such a cool boss fight, really adding a sense of dread to the end of the Horizon level. And in 4 of the galaxies as well are a hidden set of challenge levels based off the shapes of the PlayStation buttons. They're short and very linear platform levels and are certainly the hardest sections of the galaxies, taking a few attempts or more and can cause some frustration, but that's nothing compared to what these 4 annoying shapes bring at the end. But that's for something later. The goal of all these worlds and the game itself is to search around and save every bot, find the puzzle pieces, secret portals, and collect the lost PS5 components. A lot of the bots and puzzle pieces will be very obvious to find, being out in the open, but a significant amount will be hiding behind certain challenges or obstacles that you'll have to do to uncover these bots. The bots themselves come in 2 flavours, normal white bots and the PlayStation Icons bots, being modelled off a character from a specific game, previously seen in Astro's Playroom hanging out. It's great to see all these bots, the cool costumes that they wear, and some acting like the character they're based on. The puzzle pieces are similar to the bots, however, watch out as some are required during the opening of the level as you pilot the controller to the actual level. But like the bots, there are some that are easy to find and some that require some hunting. The last secret in some of these worlds is a secret portal, which once found will take you to a whole other galaxy with a level to play. Finding all of the portals can be hard, but once finishing the Lost Galaxy levels, you unlock a final world to have fun on, being based on a celebration of finally finishing the Lost Galaxy. All these bots and puzzle pieces all culminate in the original crash site you started the game in. The basic bots will stay around the console, seemingly preparing it or fixing it, with most standing around doing nothing, just like the British Civil Service. But the PlayStation Icons bots will be scattered around the crash site in their own little areas, acting out something from their specific game. It is so cool to look around this whole place and see all of the cool references to so many games throughout history. The bots are also helpful and needed in the crash site, as when you unlock new areas, you'll need to call upon the help of several of these bots to help you out, from creating a bridge to walk across, swings, or to even lift something off of the ground, and so on. And I'm not too sure if it's random, but they all mix together to create these helping hands, showing the true connection all these bots have. The puzzle pieces, however, are used to unlock some new spaces in the crash site in a specific order, so you'll actually want to collect as many as you can, especially because you need them all for the true ending. There is a gachapon machine, just like from Playroom, to collect items for the bots, along with what is unlocked later with the puzzles in colour customization for the controller ship and costumes for Astro to wear. The best certainly being the Hunter from Bloodborne. The Safari will also open, which isn't special except for unlocking a camera, I guess, for you to use, mostly used for some trophies. But the last thing you unlock with these puzzle pieces is a golden Astro Bot statue after the last 4 pieces acquired in the final boss fight. And then, with 300 bots, so basically all of them, you unlock the true ending. The ultimate gauntlet by these 4 pricks. It is certainly the hardest part of the game, needing near perfection to complete, and this itself probably took me over an hour to do, but it is so worth it after everything you've been through in this game. But let's talk about the boss fights of this game. So some of the worlds will culminate in a basic boss fight, nothing that will really challenge you at all. From shooting a dragon with shurikens to climbing up a robotic skeleton pirate and even vacuuming rubbish off a glooper. I learned that that's what these things are called. Thank you. There is some nice variety here, and it does depend on the level, whether you have one of the power-up suits or not. But as I said previously, each of these 5 galaxies has a big boss to take down in the end, with some being more challenging than others, certainly. They each have a gimmick mechanic based around one of the special power-up suits, and each is specifically built around that specific suit. They are fun to do, and the inventiveness and variety of each makes them all feel unique compared to another popular platformer. And then there's the final boss fight, finally coming face to face with Nebulax to save our CPU after chasing him around the galaxies, and it is pure spectacle. Firstly, you hop on the controller along with all the other bots piloting other PlayStation components from the PlayStation Labo in the console. It's wonderful to see all the bots that we've saved come out and help us on this epic on-rail shooter that made me think it's a bit based off of modern Space Invaders, shooting aliens, dodging attacks, and seeing all the help we have adds so much. But once finally at Nebulax, you can use a random power-up to fight him, breaking a lock on the CPU cage, and after one final attack, and with the help of our bots, we beat Nebulax once and for all. Now, I won't spoil what happens next, but it sure is unexpected and quite emotional. And now for some personal stuff, right? The original Astro's Playroom was my first platinum trophy ever. I'd always been an Xbox guy, and PS5 was certainly my main console for this generation. And I never really cared about platinums before I did Astro's Playroom. So I knew I certainly wanted to get the platinum trophy for this game. And it was super easy if you did what I did and collect everything the first time through. So at the end, there were some easy ones to do, taking me no longer than 50 minutes added onto my playtime to get that platinum. And even though some are kind of stupid, like taking pictures of Nathan Drake and Lara Croft at the same time, okay, how are you going to figure that out? It was an incredible experience to do everything the game has to offer. Every secret, every world, and every bot collected. It is a platinum you really should be getting for the game, and I see it as the true objective of playing this game more than any other. And why not? It is super easy, and you'll do most of it just by playing the game. But overall, I really can't believe just how good this game is. From start to finish, it was filled with fun and no filler. Collecting all the secrets was satisfying and enjoyable. The feeling I got completing the game was like nothing before. The crash site with all the bots is a great place to look around and reminisce about the games we've played on our way here. And I think it shows that these more kid-friendly titles with simple gameplay and platforming still can be incredible and must-play game, being the best platformer since Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and being a new top contender to the 3D platformer game. So Nintendo, with that upcoming Switch 2, you would better have something special cooking up, or Astro Bot will take over Mario's dominance. And yeah, let's be honest, it's a giant advert for the PlayStation brand, but that's its charm, and it's a must-play game for everyone with a PS5. A solid 10 out of 10 game. It's not even close to being any lower than that, and it certainly is so far the best game of the year.